What's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. It is currently Saturday morning at like 8 o'clock. We are outside of O'Reilly's. While we're in here, I'm gonna see if they'll have some hub seals and axle seals for the Toyota. That way I can take that axle apart, repack bearings, and put new seals in it, and install my new hub lockers. Oh, ball joints. We'll see if we can get ball joints for it, upper and lower, both sides. Those are probably gonna be fun today. But the cool thing is O'Reilly's on this side of the street, but if you look at the other side of the street, it has a Harbor Freight. You can't beat that. And that is why I choose this O'Reilly's to come to every time, because it's a free excuse to go to Harbor Freight, and I love Harbor Freight. Oil change is done on the daily driver. I'm gonna grease up my ball joints and back it out. We'll be done. On the money. Now, I'm gonna show you what I got for the Toyota. So for the Toyota today, we got new upper lower ball joints, tube of grease. We're gonna repack the bearings. I have no idea what they look like. They might not be looking too healthy. We got some new hub lockers, and I had to get a ball joint press. I hated spending the money on it, but I need it. I would rather have bought more car parts, but I need it. Oh, what a rust bucket. This stuff right here is the bomb.com. This needed to be done. Pistons look good in there. Could all just use a good cleaning. There's some spiders in there. Hello. Hello, spiders. Yeah, just hit the ground. Just hit the ground. All right. Now let's see what happens. Look in there one more time. I'll see a bearing. Look at that. Look at that. There's the seal on that side. Looks like dog crap. Bearings right here. Doop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. You just cotter pins out, knuckle be on the ground. Then we'll start pressing ball joints. Oh yeah, they were wore out. The jokers. One finger. It's no good. No bueno. This works really good. Got both of them out. This slides over the top of the ball joint, and then use that shaft there to just push it on out with your impact. I would recommend using an impact. And this joker was, I think it was like $89. And it just made this so much easier. There's no other way you was gonna get this out other than with this ball joint press. But pop them out, gotta clean this up, grease up my new ones, and then pop them back in. But they went really well. All right, both ball joints are in. Let's go ahead and install it on the truck. That wasn't that bad. Gonna clean up a little bit, drink a beer, and then we'll get ready to go get our seals to do the other side. So the hub is back together. I got my ball joint tension set up. with the bearing preload. Locked, is locked, and you can see now I'm turning the axle. We'll go ahead and throw the caliper back on and put the wheel back on just so we can sit on the ground, and then we'll start the other side. I gotta go eat pizza this afternoon with some friends, so we'll just stop where we can with the other side. Doing the other side. This is another day, another video. I've been watching a video of people struggling to get these out, and I was struggling, and people were welding this nut to here and then threading the nut off in order to pull this cone up out of here. Well, I just found a new way. And what I do is I take my air hammer and then air hammered it, and these cones popped right up. It's gonna be loud. You probably should wear safety glasses and ear protection. You know, your PPE. There it goes. Just like that. Wow. I watched a guy weld and struggle. I mean, these are pretty rusty too, but that worked tremendously. All three of them up. Just go get you an air hammer. All right, let's do a time lapse for me changing this side ball joint. All right, ball joints are back in. Here's my knuckle. Looking pretty fresh. I will let you guys know if you guys ever attempt this on your own. Take that rubber boot off. Go ahead and take that rubber boot off before you go to press it in, because if not, you'll destroy it. Just a little FYI on that. Sneak peek of the front bumper. But we got a part 2 coming up. I still got more to do. Yep, it's threading out. That's that man grip, in case any of you guys are wondering what that looks like, or a really strong woman. Yep. There's probably a better tool for this. They probably make a special socket for that too. What up, y'all? So driver's side, ball joints are in, knuckle is mounted back on. I got my tension set right. You want your ball joint tension a little bit snug because they're gonna loosen up as you drive. Don't look at this, it's not done. I just got it mounted, but hydrate. Gotta stay hydrated. But as of right now, we're gonna take the hub over to the bench, going ahead and get new races put in, get the hubs cleaned up. We'll just see what happens. Like I said, don't look at my bumper, it's not done yet. Let's do it. Here they both are. So my opinion is that every car enthusiast person should know how to install a race and pack a bearing. This is your race, this is your bearing. Look, they go together. A mirror image, they go together. Do not replace this and not replace this. They go together. So the outer one is smaller, the inner bearing is bigger. Bearing preload is when you tighten the nut on the spindle, you are pulling this bearing into this cone. You don't want it crazy tight. You want it just enough to where this is snug and not gonna move, and the rollers are able to roll freely. Because if you go too tight with your spindle nut, these bearings are gonna be locked together and not want to roll, and they will get extremely hot and they will actually weld together. I have seen these welded together and it is not pretty coming apart. Somebody that loves cars and wants to get their hands dirty on their car that they love working on, you need to know how to do this. First things first, is we're gonna knock out this race on the inside. Get the grease out of there so we can see what we're doing. It is oval in shape. It's usually pretty long. This is called a race punch. It's in there in this direction right here. Cone is facing down. We're gonna take this and only hit the race. Come to our race. We'll do one tap there. Go to our other side. Another tap there. Another tap there. And you're kind of listening. You can tell and listen to when the thing's moving. If you're hearing a loud ting, it's not moving, and you're probably hitting the wrong thing. But more of a, there it goes. Race is out. Right there. Oh yeah, there you go. See, I've never seen one look like that. Usually they're just all scratched up. But I feel like water got in there because of some bad seals and just pitted that out. Made it rust out, not look pretty. All right, then we're gonna flip this over. Hit. That sounded solid. Because I'm hitting on the wrong thing. See what I'm talking about? That sound, that loud, solid sound. You don't want that. Find your race. There it is. Found it now. That was a good hit. Oh yeah, it moved in. Let's come over to this side. Come back to this side. Oh yeah, we're moving now. There it is. This bearing's gonna ride cone down. So that means our race goes cone up, because they, remember, mirrored together. And now this is another thing where you gotta, it's kind of like listening and feeling. You're gonna hammer it and it's gonna move, it's gonna move, it's gonna be more of a dud. Like a thud, thud, thud. And all of a sudden you're gonna hear a ping. That's when you know you're all the way down. See that? That was a ping. I can hear it ringing. We're gonna give it one more tap. Ping. Get you. Remember, cone of the bearing goes down, race cone goes up. All right, so our races are put in. We're about to pack some bearings. You can scoop it out with your hand. I always use a putty knife. Just scoop out a good glob like that right there. And then you put it in your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Take it, put it in your hand. This is messy, but why are you working on cars if you don't like your hands getting dirty? So roll your sleeves up a little bit and then take your bearing. You're gonna hold it like that with the cone facing up. Here's your grease, and you're just gonna work that grease down in there. Just keep packing it up in there. And until you see that, the grease come out the other side. Once it comes out the other side, you're gonna go all the way around the bearing with it. That bearing is packed. Set it to the side and do the other one. See that? That's what you want. That is a perfect hand-packed bearing, son. This is our inner one. It's ready to be installed. I already got grease in the hub, so we're gonna plop that down in there. Our inner hub seal. So this is a two-piece seal, metal, and this inner part is rubber. Make sure it's not hitting the rubber. Make sure it's only hitting the outside metal. Then you're gonna set it on there flat. This will actually go too far if you're not careful. So kind of just work it around. And that's on there, completely flush. That slid right on just like I wanted it to. All right, so we're as tight as we're gonna go. Now we're gonna back it off a quarter of a turn. Right there, it feels pretty solid. All right, bottomed out. So we can go as high as we want with this because the other one's not gonna move. I feel good. Bearing still rolls freely. No play. I'm happy with that. Bearing preload done. Hubs on. Alright, our hubs are on. Brake calipers back on. We got new bearings, new races, new seals, hub seals, spindle seals. We're done. I'm gonna throw this linkage arm back on right here. And then we'll be able to put our hub lockers in and put the wheel back on. So, check that out.